Good morning, and thank you very much for giving me opportunity for sharing my thoughts around this topic. So I'll be talking about, the science of where, what we used to study, during our school days, geography and other aspects. So I'll be sharing some thoughts around that. So very simple thoughts.
Where digital transformation is taking place and the world changes in the blink of an eye, Esri users are unlocking the full potential of data to solve real problems in real time. They use location and geography to integrate, analyze, and understand all types of data. They embrace the science of GIS, science that Esri pioneered, and its users continue to advance. Organizations everywhere see data in new ways through a common visual language. Informed, inspired, and empowered by the science of where, pushing the boundaries of geography to create deeper insight and understanding. The science of where is the science of exploration and navigation, the science of the grand and the granular. This is the science of development and the science of sustainability, the science of power and the science of peace, the science of will, the science of wonder, the science of where.
So today's discussion, actually, I was thinking to talk about science of where, that how GIS or science of where is helping out, in our initiatives and, Digital India program or smart city programs or other programs also across the country. So I'll be talking about that, typically if you talk about cities, smart cities, what are the various visions we have? All of us, I think, are typically aware that the concept of a smart city is to get the better, lifestyle or better, quality of life for all of us as a citizen, which should actually, give us various, advantage in terms of infrastructure, in terms of, networking, in terms of various aspects of, security or, other aspects of governance. So how actually, various, if you see components of smart cities, I think typical components which, specialists and, government also has, talked about, that adequate water supply or electricity supply or solid waste management or better transport or housing or connectivity or, sustainable environment. All these aspects are quite important when you talk about, smart city concepts. And how GIS actually, why or how GIS is going to help us out. So the belief is that, all of us communicates, all of us, take decisions when we see all our assets, infrastructure, quite, visible on the maps. So maps are quite, good in communications. So all the decisions typically are easier to take on the maps. So and most of our infrastructure actually has a location component, right? And in terms of infrastructure, in terms of human being, in terms of other aspects, there is a location component is there inside it. So GIS platform typically, is working, has been working as a foundation for smart cities IT, a framework. In terms of, giving a kind of a common operating picture to various applications, various stakeholders, various, group of people in terms of managing utilities, infrastructure, public safety, governance. So you need a common operating picture where GIS system helps actually, all of us. So GIS is today getting smarter. GIS is not only just maps, but what is happening in GIS technology these days, it is integrating actually, with all other, kind of technology, including drones or big data or, crowdsourcing, smart mapping or sensor networks. So whatever we see on the ground today in the city, all that actually can harness the power of GIS today. And GIS technology is today advancing up to that level. So smart GIS integrates real-time data. As I mentioned, a lot of smartness comes when we harness the power of real-time data. So GIS technology today is capable to harness that power of real-time integration. That is possible, whether it is built environment or natural environment. So that is happening today. And it connects everyone, so that everyone, including citizens, stakeholders, organizations, are connected on a single platform, and then harnessing the power of this technology. So that is feasible today. So what is actually typically GIS consists of? There are three components primarily as fundamental. One is the system of records. System of record means that whatever we have on the ground in the city, you actually create a kind of a database for that, location database for that. So this becomes system of records. Then system of insight. Then you have some, insight, you integrate with analytics. You do predictive analytics and various analytics aspects and analyze that why, why it is happening, why the phenomena is taking place, what is happening, right? And then you do, move towards a system of engagement where you are collaborating with other people, taking right decisions and doing the right steps. So GIS becomes and taking care of all the three aspects apart from the mapping. So this becomes important actually to become smarter these days. Now, GIS system actually is cutting across, as I mentioned to you earlier, all various aspects of the smart city components, GIS can play a role as a foundation system, which is happening. I'll share some examples actually. So typically I'll not go in detail, but starting from urban infrastructure planning, right? GIS is playing a role in various aspects. Then property tax management. We have a couple of examples where what is happening that we had example where we have 5 lakh property in a town, but only 2 lakh people are actually enrolled as a taxpayer. So how to find out how to find out that where are the gaps. So these systems actually becomes quite important in that aspect. Then water distribution management. I mean, one of the goal actually is to have 24 water supply and better quality water supply to our citizens. So this water distribution management system is very, very important, where GIS plays an important role. So we are also developing a system, where we typically try to see that, how to reduce NRWs, non-revenue water and leakage aspects of water distribution system, which is typically going to help all the local government to save water and to effectively supply 24 water, supply to the citizens. GIS in security and surveillance and emergency response system, very, very important today for all of us, this component, where maps are helping us, the system is helping us to effectively control these aspects and provide better services or a response system to the citizens. Then transportation, of course, GIS is adding a lot of intelligence to the transportation network management in the city. We have a couple of examples. We delivered a project for Singapore government, for a smart city, where all the 18 or 16 plus departments are actually integrated to the common GIS backbone. So where transportation, smart transportation was one of the component. Then e-governance and citizen engagement, finally, very, very important piece of the entire implementation, where the same system or same backbone is interfacing with the citizens. Citizens will have lots of applications, smart apps, which are connecting to the same backbone and interfacing with the governance. So various citizen portals. Some examples here, we have delivered for a couple of smart cities. So we are engaged with around 8 to 10 smart cities in the country as of now, and trying to help them in setting up the foundation for the GIS, which typically will percolate and integrate to various systems, including communications and infrastructure and other systems going forward. So these are the couple of examples, simple examples although, but I think this will make the base of the foundation of the city, smart city portals, citizen portals. Then we have distribution networks or asset management we did for a couple of towns in India. Then we have, incident analysis. For example, an incident happening in the network is being reported smartly through SCADA integration or through smart sensor integration. So this is live examples we have. And then smart water distribution system dashboards so that we can take right decisions. So all this is available today in GIS technology, which can help. All this actually integrate to a command and control center operations, all these layers, which is today possible. Then typically what is happening? Yeah, I'm just going. So what is happening that, typical GIS implementation can cut across all the vertical layers. Same single platform, but it can cut across all the vertical layers, which makes the implementation very easy and, effective and sustainable. So some experience, as I mentioned to you, around, we delivered a smart city project in Singapore called OneMap. You can log into www.onemap.sg and see what applications have been created and how GIS is being beneficial for various citizens and departments. So I won't go in much detail about ESRI. So ESRI, you might have heard about the ArcGIS platform. So we are offering the ArcGIS platform, in this forum also and outside also, to lots of local startup companies, wherein we have a program to enroll startup companies, and we offer all this technology free of charge to startups. The objective is so that our local startup companies create localized applications on this platform and serve local, communities and, citizens and smart cities. Thank you very much.